There are two types of people in this world: movers, shakers, and stand-stillers. People that make shift happen while others ask what in the world just happened. Which one are you? Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Start Thinking Forward podcast, where we make shift happens. This is a show where we make a difference in our listeners' lives every single day. Want to learn more? Visit us online at www.brandonldraper.com to have an opportunity to connect with a winning team or to attend one of our power-packed events. The Start Thinking Forward podcast was designed for business owners and entrepreneurs looking for a slight edge or unique cutting-edge ideas to take their business to the High Performance League. Your host, Brandon L. Draper, better known as the Motivational King, is a best-selling author, serial entrepreneur, international speaker, business innovator, producer, social media personality, and top leadership development trainer, featured in many news publications around the country. This podcast will deliver high-performance talks to inspire the entrepreneurial spirit within you.
What's going on, guys? It's Brandon L. Draper, better known as the Motivational King, coming to you live from the Start Thinking Forward studios. We've been doing this for a very long time, but now we're back, and we got a guest in the house today. What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, can you tell the people what your name is?
My name is Ashley A.T., poet of the Ash Tree, here to spread love, peace, and life.
Now, you got to tell us a little bit more about this ash tree stuff, but before we even get into that, I know we were talking a little bit before the show began, so tell us a little bit about the quote of today.
Okay, so my quote for today, I found a quote to kind of give myself some motivation, inspiration, and it was a quote by Friedrich Nietzsche, and it says, "He who has a why can bear anyhow."
So, how do you apply that to yourself?
So, it starts with finding a purpose or a passion. Whatever you do, you have to have a drive and really something that pushes you to make you want to do it. Because if you have something that's encouraging you and something that you stand by, you'll go through anything to get there. You do whatever you have to take, whether it's long nights, staying up, skipping meals, missing showers if you got to miss a shower or something. Anything that you have to do to put yourself to be successful at whatever you're trying to do.
Now, we talked about it a little bit before we started the show, and one of the things I said was, like everybody says that they want it, right? But how bad do you really want it? So, that passion word, that passion, meaning, what is it that you're willing to suffer through? Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes into a little bit about you, a little bit about what you are doing and about as a poet, as an author. And I mean, that kind of goes off of how we met, because you came to one of the workshops,
right.
Trying to redefine some things. So tell our audience that's listening right now a little bit more about you and what it is you're doing and what's your next move.
Sure. So I started writing poetry in about 2016, and through that, seeing that I had a platform and something I could say to motivate people, I realized that... Okay, yes. So in realizing that I had a platform, it was like I kind of found my purpose, motivating people and trying to inspire people to do better and be better, because that's what I was trying to do myself. So, just, doing whatever I had to do. I wrote a poetry collection entitled The Lotus Love Suite, and it was published in 2017. It was published in 2017, and I've started this amazing journey of creativity and entrepreneurship. So I'm working on getting that. I have my social media platform. You can follow me @_of the Ash Tree. So just developing that, working on my craft, and like I said, working to inspire other people to do the same.
Well, first of all, we want to welcome you here. I mean, it's your first time, and I've been doing this since I think 2014. I want to say.
Okay.
I think when we first started it, we didn't even have a podcast. We were like on a conference call. So for all those
Yeah.
that are still listening, we appreciate you guys for being a part of this movement. And I've let the people down, because life and circumstances happen. And one of the things that for 2019 is the word for me for 2019 is consistency.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? Because that's one of the things that I think we all have to work on. But just speaking to myself, is one of the things that I know for a fact I have to work on. Because, when life and circumstances hit you, it's easy to deviate away from things obligations that you were supposed to do. Hey, it is too difficult. Like, one of the excuses I made before was like, man, everyone wants me to motivate. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how in the world do I motivate people if I'm not motivated myself?
Right, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. Because, I mean, in this world, this day and age now, there's not too many 24-year-old. And like I told you earlier, I said I applaud your parents for raising such a great young woman that they have. Not too many women out there your age are talking about the same issues and things that you are talking about.
Right.
So what puts you on that path? Where did this information come from? I mean, we were talking a very, deep conversation. I'm like, I've got 10 years on you, and like, how in the world?
Right. Well, like you say, my parents raised me to really know myself, know who I am, knowing what type of people we come from. We come from very, very powerful people. And once I really, truly became aware of that, it's like the sky's the limit. I'm setting my own path every day, deciding who I want to be and what I want to do. And like we were saying, how bad do I want to do it? Finding motivation and inspiration. There's so many people that have come before us who've done great things, still doing great things, and it's really, really inspiring and motivating to be able to get up every day and say, hey, I'm one of those people. So that's kind of, what sets me on my path every morning.
So what's the next move? Like, okay, so you're motivated,
yes.
Right? So you think you're self-motivated? Would you say you're self-motivated?
Yes, for the most part.
How are you self-motivated? 'Cause a lot of people think you're full of crap when you say that. Right? I'm self-motivated. What does that mean when you say self-motivated?
Well, I'm doing it for myself. I'm not trying to prove to anybody that I can do anything. It's all about, making sure I'm doing the best that I know I can do. I really don't see any other way to be. I mean, you can do certain things for X, Y, Z reasons, but at the beginning and end of the day, it has to come from within. And I mean, I get that inspiration from life, from God, my higher power. But I think it comes from the inside. So it reflects in my surroundings and in the culture and the environment and society. But like you say, it's something that has to come from an individual perspective. Because, like you say, it's not that many people doing it, and it's really cool to say that you are amongst the people who are. So.
One of the things that I always say, even though I said, a lot of people know me as the motivational king,
sure,
and I'm so quickly to say that I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm far from it. And I like to be able to connect with people from, I don't care what color, ethnicity, religion, or even age. So for the 65-year-old woman out there right now that's listening right now and saying, baby, I hear you, but you don't got enough age and experience on you, right? For those that would say that, do you think the trajectory that you're headed or you have been before, do you think that life has given you enough trials and tribulations and tests for you while you're so self-motivated? Do you think that wears off as time goes on, or you think you're kind of in that pinnacle moment where life hasn't beaten you up as much for you to come from that perspective? Honestly.
It's funny. I feel like when I started writing and when I started, tapping into my creativity, I gained a lot of that because as a kid, our family situations aren't always optimal. So, but once I kind of got out of that and started to do for myself, I realized the potential that I had. And it came from growing up and being around people and having certain values instilled in you, but truly to know that you have the power no matter what age or whatever you're at. We talked about that how justifies the why. If you know you have to do something, you'll figure out how to do it. Whether it's you got to walk through hot lava to get to the end of the race, you got to, jump barricades or do whatever you got to do. I'm truly blessed to have so many people that inspire me. I listen to a lot of music. I think like people like Prince, Michael Jackson, people who are really creative, innovative in their craft. That being able to say I can do something like that, that's what inspires me, motivates me.
So do you think you went through enough trials yet?
Do I? I think, well, shoot, every day is a trial. But I mean,
do you think you'd be this? Okay, let's just say this.
All right.
Do you think you would be the same person if? And I know we didn't talk about this. So I'm just pulling some straws
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'd be the same person? Let's say if your parents couldn't have helped you go through college. If you weren't able to have the assistance financially, or even supportive, just genuine support. Do you think you would still be the same person? Do you think that would have changed things, or do you think the foundation you had kind of?
Yes, I do think it would have changed things. Like I said, I'm blessed to have been able to get to the place where I'm at today, to have the perspective that I have. So many other things could have happened growing up. You don't know what's going to happen day to day. I could get hit by a car, an airplane could fall out of the sky, could be hungry with no food, and that does change your perspective. I think what it does change is what you want and what you're after. It doesn't necessarily change the motivation and the inspiration that's inside of you, but it'll change what goal you're trying to attain. If I didn't have any food, the thing I'm worried about today is trying to get some food. So, and I got the food, so it's okay. Now I can work on getting, the clothes, work on getting the car. And for me, it's like I said, about building my craft. It's okay. So I've gotten through college. I've gotten an education. Life has taught me a couple things. I still got, more things to learn, of course, only being a certain age. But it's like I said, that just intrinsic value to it.
Okay. So do you think your young age is a benefit?
Absolutely.
Okay. How so? I'm gonna see how deep you're gonna dive into that, because I think your age is something that older people can learn from. And the reason is because think about it. Like when you're 12 and 13 years old, a lot of people I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. And you honestly believe at that age that you can do that.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you get a couple of defeats, you didn't get in the college you want to, didn't finish with the degree, other life challenges happen. It's not as easy to dream anymore.
Right.
But when you're younger, there's still the possibility of dreaming, even though you're on your own, you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But still, you still have obstacles and things in the way, but you're still dreaming. Not too many 24-year-olds out there has written a book, period. They say less than 1% have a book written. You've done it at age 24.
Yeah.
You got to clap for that.
Thank you. Yeah.
It took me a very long time even once I came up with the idea. I don't know how long it took me from the idea to actually do it. You did it at 24. I wish I could go back, reverse the hands of time, and do it all over. Like I would have started much earlier. So you have a leg up on that, and for those that's listening. So let's give an example. So an example of that, and some people will agree, some people disagree. Okay, so you take for those people in music. So who do you listen to in music?
I've been listening to a lot of Prince lately, just because of his passing and his influence and stuff.
Okay, so who would you compare Prince to? Like, who else you would say? What's a good comparison, if any?
I'm going to say, is there any comparison?
Pick another artist then. Like, pick somebody that you can compare.
Okay, so...
Like, two great artists. I'll give you an example. So, two great artists. One artist, very famous, but it took him a while to get there.
Okay.
Other artists, just as famous, but it did it a lot quicker.
Let's see. I mean, Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Really like the neo soul vibe and everything.
How long did it take her to do it, to be successful?
She, going from her story, it took her whole life. She went through school and.
So it wasn't overnight, wasn't a couple of years?
No, of course not. No.
Like a long journey?
Yes.
Okay. So, and what era does she come from? Like.
She came up or found success in the late 90s.
Okay.
So
late 90s. So who else could you compare it to?
Of that same time.
But not necessarily the time period. Like maybe afterward would just have just as much fame and notoriety.
Someone gave the comparison to SZA and her, and I don't know how I feel about that comparison, but they made the comparison. She is another person who's come into success, and I've followed her career from an early stage, and prior to
people know who she is just as much as they know.
Sure, right, exactly. Prior to last year, not too many people knew about her. Everyone was sleeping on her, and I'm trying to put people on and say, there's this girl that she's really cool, and she got a really great sound, but not too many people were aware of it. So, what was your question?
So the not necessarily a question, but comparing the two. So you got one person that started. It took them a whole long time to do it, and then you got this younger person comes in, like, you can't compare him, this is a legend.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they started young, they started out, and they got a lot further. Same thing with, like, let's say, if you're in hip-hop, Lil Wayne and Drake. Lil Wayne, it took him a while to get where he's at. Now, he's internationally known, but Drake came right behind him, and is just as famous as he is. But different time, different era, power of technology, all that good stuff.
Sure.
But it just goes to show you how time have changed. It used to be a time, if you go back, that it wasn't easy to write a book. Like if you wrote a book, you would have to buy hundreds of your own book, have it in the garage. Hopefully, you can, get friends and family to buy them if the rats don't eat them first. Now you have this stuff print on demand. You have all types of different ways of doing it. So now you got a 24-year-old, and I'm pretty sure there's probably other cases out there where you got little kids doing it now or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but it's inspiring to see someone at your age. Like, we hear the stories, but it's not every day that you get to see someone that's done it. Like, you are a superstar. You really are. It takes a lot for a person to do it. And I can say that because I've written a book. It's not easy for you to do that at your age. It just says something about you. And I just know that there's a lot more positive things to come.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. So, success. So, talk to us a little bit about some of the success you've had, some of the things that you're looking to do. Because, we didn't even talk about this before, but I'm expecting to see you to do some events. I'm calling you out on the radio. Yeah. I'm looking for you to be doing your own events because you stood out. You just did. You just do. So, what is it? What's your next move?
So my next move, like I said, I wrote the book and I got I got really great feedback, not from a lot of people, but from the people that I did. It was really, really great feedback. People were, shedding tears. They reconnected with their loved ones. Just so many things, and that feeling really, really motivates me and inspires me. So now my next step is to build on that success. I want to expand my social media platform, having this space where you can do and say whatever you want to help inspire people is something I really want to take advantage of. Because like you say, that wasn't something that was around when, older generations and previous people were coming up. So now that I have the opportunity, I want to take advantage of that. I'm planning to do another book as well. I don't know when exactly it's going to come out. I'm looking at sometime end of the year.
What was that? I didn't hear. Did y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Did she just curse in this office? Did you say you don't know when? What's that? What does that mean? Well, it's like you spoke another language. Just like I heard you up to that point, and you said something about I don't know when.
So I was aiming for towards the end of the year, and that still is my target goal. But I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure I have everything in place so that I can.
What's everything you need in place?
I want to have.
Hey, look, on the air, coach. You're like, what do you need in place?
I know.
What are you missing?
Like I said, the exposure, because if I realized that I had something that was helping people, I want to get it out to as many people that I can.
But you do. Yes. I'm telling you.
Okay.
There's people listening.
Yes.
Right now. So they're going to go out and buy your book that's named
The one that's out already,
Mm-hmm.
The Lotus Love Suite
Okay. Bye.
by Ashley A.T.
Okay.
Myself.
So where can they go find this book?
That book is available on Amazon. Search for The Lotus Love Suite, Barnes & Noble. It's on my website as well, ashley-at.com.
Read something from out of the book. Tell us something from out of the book.
Okay, so one of my personal favorites from the book is called Blind Love.
Blind Love.
Blind Love.
Let's talk.
All right, so give me a second. Let me, kind of get in my space. It goes, can I love you with my eyes closed? I heard it takes a blind heart to fall in love with the soul. 'Cause somehow seeing less always reveals so much more. So blindly, I seek to find the intent of your heart as I explore. I find that when we embrace, though my eyes see separate beings, in the darkness we become one whole. And so that when you're away in the light of the day, I close my eyes and you're never far from home. And when you return and sweet words from your lips fall breathlessly like soft kisses onto my collarbone, they carry in them handwritten love letters from the depths of a lover's heart and soul. With my eyes closed, I feel your flow, and it feels like the love I have been dying to know. That and much more you and I could find if we close our eyes and fall in love with each other's soul.
Woo!
Blind.
Off the top of the dome, she spit it out of her book. I swear to you guys, she was not reading that straight out of, that's right out of your book, right?
That's out of my
so
book, yes.
You know she didn't ghostwrite it, y'all.
Right.
Straight out from the heart. So I
That's
hope
real.
that was heartfelt. That was excellent. I felt that.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
what's
you.
up. So back to it. We're not going to digress from that.
All right.
Back to when is the next one coming out? See, what I found out is when people say,
Yes.
I'm aiming,
Mhm.
I tentatively, all those things are like, that's someday I'm going to get to it.
Yes.
I don't care what calendar you look at. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get a calendar. You can go Five and Below and get a calendar.
Yeah.
You can go to Walmart and get a calendar. You can go anywhere. There's not a day on the calendar that says someday, aiming that day,
Yeah, facts.
maybe,
Facts.
trying to get things lined up day. It's never going to be a good time to write a book. Just like it's never going to be a good time to start
Right,
a business.
Right.
So guess what you got to do? You got to do it anyway.
Anyway.
Just do it.
Absolutely.
So you never, like you said, well, I got to wait, I got to save some money. I got to wait. The bill's always going to come every 30 days.
True.
Some even come quicker than that.
Right.
All right. You're never gonna have enough money or saved up enough money. It's always gonna come. There's always gonna be some issue. You gotta force yourself to say, "Look, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me set a deadline for it. Let me go for it." And that's what kind of what it is. Stop majoring in the mind and stop worrying about the things that's not necessarily under your control.
Right.
Like the only thing that's under your control is the decision. You can make the decision
Yeah.
when you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Put it out in the universe and say, "Look, I'm gonna do it this day." Point blank. Period.
Yes.
And I promise you, throughout the midst of it, somehow everything will line up for when that time comes, it'll be done.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and say, I'm waiting, your brain stops even moving anymore. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
you know what?
we get to it when we get to it.
And it's funny because I try to practice that philosophy, but sometimes you let yourself get in your way, and you need somebody to, like, just us talking and you coaching me through it to help put yourself back on track. So, I need that. So, to answer your question, it'll be out in the fall.
Fall what? What's fall? I don't know. When people say fall, I don't even know what that means.
Fall of 2019.
Fall 2019.
Yes.
What month? Was that a month? What month in fall? Don't be afraid to commit.
Look, I didn't have a date, so can I start with a range?
Okay, give me a range. I'll take a range. What's the range?
Fall. And fall is what, 3 months at the end of the year?
What 3 months is it?
September.
She's throwing out stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So just set them up. Let's just say what?
My goal is September. My birthday's in September. That's when I really.
So September. So that's your birthday gift. When's your birthday? September what?
The 18th.
September 18, 2019. Ashley A.T. coming out with her new book. What's it called, ma'am?
Where Love Resides.
Where Love Resides. Y'all heard it here first on the Start Thinking Forward show. See, we got it. So September 18, 2019 is the latest. Now, she may do it even earlier than that, but we already know.
We'll see.
September 18, 2019, she is going to do it. Y'all heard it here first. All right. Ready?
All right.
You ready? You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So, what are some of the pros and cons of you being wanting to be an entrepreneur? I mean, like, okay. So, do you consider yourself to be an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Okay. What makes you an entrepreneur?
The drive to want to create for myself and to give something that I think that people need.
What do you think that people need?
Inspiration, because I need it. I know how important it was and valuable to me, and I want to do nothing but give that back to other people. Through all that, through my books, through my shirts and my brand and everything. So.
We didn't even talk about that. You said shirts.
Yes.
What
I'm
shirt?
wearing, this is my shirt.
Love, peace, and light.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this clothing line you got now.
So my clothing brand is Of the Ash Tree Designs. Everything is, from my tree of life.
Pause real quick.
What's up?
You got to inform the people.
Yes.
Because I asked the question earlier, so I was like, what is Of the Ash Tree when you talk about that?
Right. So the ash tree, well, first of all, the name Ashley means from the ash tree, so that's kind of where I got it from. And when I looked into what the ash tree is, it is a symbol for the tree of life. In I think the Nordic mythology and other cultures, they use that as their tree of life. And it's kind of my, visual representation of God. The tree is wise, it's still, it's peaceful, it bears so much inside of it. I look to the trees for inspiration, and nature comes from God, so that's kind of how I do that.
So, what else?
About
This ash tree.
the ash tree,
What made you give yourself that name?
well,
Very different.
The name was kind of given to me. So, my name's Ashley, and there's about 1,000,003 Ashleys in probably Atlanta alone. So, I never really felt like that name was very, special, or it was so common that I wanted to find something to give it meaning. So I started to look in and really research and find myself, and in finding myself, I found out more about my name and who I am, so that I was able to become who I'm supposed to be.
So you kind of walked into it.
Yes.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, what else do you want to talk about? We talked about a little bit about the entrepreneur run, 24 years old. Consider yourself to be an entrepreneur. I think you're an entrepreneur. I think you get the entrepreneur seal of approval.
Thank you.
So, what's next? One of the things I asked you earlier, right? So I don't know how I'm going to hit you with this. So, and guys, we did not rehearse this at all. This is us having open and honest dialogue. Yep. So, give us a little bit about what you think about this government shutdown.
I don't let things like that affect me too much. It's unfortunate that so many people are affected by this. But what I really think it comes down to is doing for yourself. I feel like, you're really the only person who can give yourself what you need. I don't think we should look to other people to give us handouts or be, count on them for anything. I'm really independent and self-sufficient, and I know that not everybody is necessarily in a position to be able to be like that, but to the best that we can, I feel like we have to, because things like this happen, and then, nobody knows what to do. So.
And I agree with you. I think for the most part, people just think that things like this just don't happen.
Right.
But I think a lot of it comes with entitlement on dependency. Like, people depend on certain systems and things working. My question then is, what if it stops working? Then what happens?
Right.
So being self-sufficient. So I agree. I think, part of what Stop Majoring the Minors, and that's a book that's coming out this month.
Oh.
January 26, 2019.
Okay.
Will be available on Amazon. Cheap plug there. So we'll be coming out Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, all the places where you can find books. Stop majoring in the minors. But I think a lot of people don't. On a serious note, I think a lot of people major in the wrong things because they don't really focus. So you think about this government shutdown. People are like, oh my God, I'm not going to get paid. This can last for weeks. But no one has what we call a side hustle, right? Yeah. one thing about being an entrepreneur, I'm not saying you gotta think about it like this. Not everyone is designed to just quit their job. Like a lot of stuff that people have online, it's a bunch of bull. Quit your job and do this so you can end up, under a bridge somewhere asking for loose coins and bread somewhere.
Some of us got bills.
Got kids. All of us got bills.
Yeah,
Ain't some.
right.
Shoot, there's bills that come every 30 days, and for those like get them title loans and rent a center and stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know them stuff come every week or every 2 weeks, and them people knocking on your door. So, but on a serious note, like worrying about things that don't really matter, like this is an opportunity. If 2019 hasn't shown you anything, it should show you at this point where you should be able to open your eyes and want to start something of your own and do your own thing versus depending on just a job. So while you have that job, there's nothing wrong with having a side hustle. There's women out there that can do art. There's men out there that can moonlight, photography. There's all types of skills that people have. Why aren't you doing that on the side so you can eventually work yourself off a job? I've never told anyone or ever will tell anyone to quit your job and follow your dream. Because what I've figured out, what I've discovered, is that it does not mean that your dream doesn't work. All right? What I've discovered in my journey is that oftentimes your dream does not pay you right away. It doesn't pay you right away. It's going to pay you if you stay with it, but it's not going to pay you right away. The job pays you right away. That pays the bills that come every day.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? But your passion and your dream oftentimes does not pay you right away. So you have to figure out something to bridge the gap with it. Yeah. And a lot of people, they either are just, and that's why it's so important that you continue to do what you do, actually, because you're so young, and we need to continuously, for the spirit of entrepreneurship to continue to exist, it takes people like you. Yeah. Back in the day, and I'm not trying to give my age away, I'm only 10 years older than you. Yeah. I just want to throw that on the record. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like I'm starting to get old a little bit. I was asking kids, I'm like, well, when you start calling them out, we get in his 30s, you start calling him Unc. I said, boy, you better call me no Unc. But seriously, there was a point in time where if you told someone you was an entrepreneur, you know what they would say to you? Oh, he just a good for nothing. Trying to live off of other people. It was it was something negative.
It had a negative connotation.
Yeah, it had a negative connotation. Like no one respected a person that said it just meant like you were just unemployed. That's what it meant. Right. You just unemployed, not doing nothing. Mm-hmm. But now it's somewhat positive, but in order for it to stay that way, it takes, young people like yourself that's getting engaged and saying, look, this is what I'm doing, because I know that you're still working. Your side hustle is your business. Right. Your side hustle is your book. Your side hustle is your events that you're getting ready to post. I know for a fact, September 18, 2009, when she launches this book, she got to have an event for have a book signing for that, right? Absolutely. So now you adding that event to it. You're adding a book to it. Yep. You got your clothing line that she needs to be a vendor at different events too, right? Meaning that you need to reach out to other people that have events and say, look, this is what I'm doing. I need to, if you don't put an offer in front of people, nobody never buy it. I didn't know nothing about the shirt. Maybe did you brought a couple of shirts with you?
I did, of course.
You brought some shirts with you?
Yeah.
Let me see the shirts. You didn't even show me the shirt. That's what you had a little bag for.
Yes. So.
Oh, these some little thick shirts too, y'all.
Quality.
So what does this one say?
So
I don't know how to fold nothing back, so.
Well, they're yours. You can have them. So.
Love means share what love means to you with #LoveMeans.
So that was from my cuffing season campaign.
What's cuffing season? What's that?
So a lot of the college people know that when school starts, you kind of start looking for someone to get booed up with. So it's called cuffing season, and
girl, you had to design some of my shit for me. I need it. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. You designed all these?
Well, I came up with the concept from.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other one is the Be the Light and Enlightenment, because I feel like a lot of people who are woke or enlightened don't necessarily give off that positive light that we should. The other one you're looking at is the Break Free tree, and for those of y'all that can't see it, it's a tree growing outside of a box, and I feel like
You want to go live? Go live. You go live on Instagram. You show people. You want to see the shirt?
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything to go live on.
Huh?
I mean, I got my social media, but.
Oh Lord, she came up prepared, y'all. Oh Lord, man, she be quiet. We didn't rehearse this. We didn't rehearse it.
We did rehearse this, but.
So I like this. So
Okay.
So did you talk about? Because I was so into this shirt right here, this one right here. Because this is a beast. Like this. So would you talk about this one?
Yes. So
Be the light.
Be the light and enlightenment. I feel like so many people who are woke, call themselves woke or enlightened, don't necessarily give off that light. We kind of keep it for ourselves and have this kind of elitist look at the information that we're holding, but you have to spread the light. You know, if you've been, fortunate enough to be have your eyes open to certain things, you're supposed to do that for somebody else. So that's just kind of my philosophy on spreading light and, my love, peace, and light philosophy for all things. So
I like this. I'm definitely gonna rock this.
all right.
This right here. Be the light in enlightenment. Y'all heard her explanation on that, so that went. Maybe I shouldn't say it. That goes hard in the paint. Maybe I'm too old to say that. Like, I'm like, what does that mean?
It's all facts. It's all facts.
Share what love means to you with love means. So, hey guys, hashtag right now love means. That's hashtag LOVEMEANS. And if you loving what we talking about, also go to hashtag start thinking forward.
Yes.
I love this.
And I like
cuffing season
with
campaign.
that one, it's, what you put out comes back to you. So if you telling the world and the universe what love means to you, that meaning will find you.
How many events have you done, Ashley?
I've done about three events where I've, promoted the shirts. I'm so shy with my writing. I haven't got up and done.
When's your next event?
That's a good question. I'm looking at trying to find something around Valentine's Day.
Woo! It's a Valentine's Day. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I don't know
It's
yet.
January. It's January.
It is January.
It's January what
I know.
day? January 11th.
Yeah. So I
Valentine's
got
when?
a month.
The 14th.
14th, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So you got
I got a month to
a
figure
month.
something out.
So what you gonna do? Let's talk about it.
Hey, if y'all have some opportunities, let me know. I'm, trying to put myself out there.
Give them how they can contact you again. So if you got any opportunities, this young lady's up here. She wants to figure out what's her next event going to be. She got some wonderful. I'm like, guys, I wish you could see these shirts. I'm going to take a picture of them and definitely post them on Instagram. Let me see if I can go. My old self. I don't know nothing about all this live and stuff, but I'm going to go live real quick.
Cool.
Let me go live real quick. We're in the studio right now. See, old people don't know how to do this. How you go live? I think you're supposed to click this over. You know how to, what
You
are
on
those?
Instagram? Okay, so
I remember how to. There you go. So now do up like that or something.
you swipe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
I knew how to do that. I was trying to check and see if you knew what you were
Of
doing.
course, yeah. I appreciate that.
So, all right, guys. For those, we're going live with Ashley. What's going on? So I'm gonna have you hold up the shirts.
All right.
So this is the shirt that I think is the bomb shiznick right there.
You see the whole,
Yes.
all of it.
I love that.
All right.
Be the light in enlightenment. Right? All right, so let me get that one back.
All right.
And then this one right here. Okay. The cuffing season.
Hashtag love means.
So love means. Okay. So show us the back. Show us the back of it.
Yes, love means. And I'm actually redesigning this one, so I'm going to get you an updated design when it comes
Okay,
out.
that's what's up. Okay. And then the last one, I'm going to need you to fold those back when you leave now.
I got you. All right, so and then the
Hey,
last
K
one.
Jefferson 66 says, "Hi, Ashley." So one of your supporters is up here.
Thank you, K Jefferson.
K Jefferson 66. She says, "Thank you." All right. So you got a back to that? Is there a back to that?
No, it's
okay.
not going back.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and end there. But real quick, while I'm still live real quick. I make sure my shirt's good. Real quick, so where can they go to get your shirts?
The shirts are also available on my website, www.ashley-at.com. That's the official website. You can see some of the merchandise and pictures of the Ash Tree Designs on Instagram. My personal Instagram is @_of the Ash Tree. So everything's Ashley, AT, Ash Tree. So you can find me one of those ways.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the shirt. I want to definitely thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I love these. I'm going to tell you, I got to get your design. You design some good shirts.
For sure.
I'm going to get this back to you. So while you talking, we can
all right,
fold
I can be folding them for you.
All right, so next thing is we only got a couple of more minutes and we're going to be out, guys. So, Ashley, what are some other things you want to share with the listening people right now? What do you want to share? What do you want to get off your heart, your spirit, your soul? I know a little bit, you want to talk a little bit about the storytelling. That's one of the things that I think you and I really connect on.
Yeah.
Is telling a story, because I always said, telling a story can save someone's life.
Absolutely.
It can help somebody get through a situation or what have you. So I just want to say to you is that I'm going to say that I know for a fact, if you continue to do what it is that you're doing, actually you're going to impact a lot of people's lives, especially a lot of young ladies. Like I told you, the level of respect that your parents have instilled in you is phenomenal. I've been truly impressed from the time you walked in for the workshop and from the time that you walked into the office today. Truly impressed with you. But I think we really connect with that storytelling part and being yourself.
Absolutely.
Originally I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, so shout out to Charlamagne the God.
Right.
But one of the things he talked about in Black Privilege was, knowing your truth. And that's one of the things I pride myself on. And, I know I'm not perfect. None of us are.
Right.
But through the art of storytelling, we're able to convey a different message, a different point of view that could potentially help and allow people to grow, to go through a difficult situation,
yes.
Prevent suicide, there's so many things.
Yeah.
So what is your point of view on that?
My point of view, like you said, I feel like we all have a story inside of us. We all have greatness that we have to express in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be writing or, whatever you feel best captures the essence of you. Share that with the world, because we were all put here for a purpose. No one person is better than anybody else. Anybody else, I feel like, has the power to be in the position I am, or even further, just depending on how bad you want it, how bad do you believe in yourself. And I think that's what it starts with, believing in yourself, knowing that you are someone who has the potential to be great, should you choose to own and accept that potential.
Say that one more time.
Choose to own and accept that potential.
Why do you think a lot of people don't own and accept it?
I don't think everybody realizes that it's in them.
Leading question. I led you right into that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now, why do you say I led you into that? Because remember what I said before?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone knows but fail to realize.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, we let life and kind of our surroundings and circumstances dictate who we're supposed to be sometimes, when we have the power and the potential to create our own lives. You every day you wake up and you decide what you're going to do, what's important to you, and who you want to be. And I feel like if everybody realizes the power that one little moment, one decision could have on the rest of their lives to create and shape the life that you want, we would take that power a bit more seriously.
So the power of decision.
Yes. It all starts with deciding to do something, because you can want and you can feel and have all these, inclinations to do something, but if you don't actually take the steps to do it, you're not going to get anywhere. I think it's the difference between playing for the minors and the majors, like you say.
Stop majoring in the minors. I mean, And it really is. I mean, and I did kind of take a baseball or like there's different. There's major league and there's minor league. A lot of people major in things that does not even matter.
Yes.
Like they're more concerned that their neighbor got a pair of Dunlap tires and they weren't able to get Dunlap this year.
Right.
And that bothers them. They're going a long drawn out thing where John thinks he's better than everybody. Why are you majoring in the fact about what tires your next door neighbor got?
Right.
When you haven't contributed to your 401k or your IRA in 3 years.
Right.
And you got this idea. Let me tell you something, Ashley. And you got age on your side, so let me tell you something. You cannot work forever.
Yeah.
The reason you work hard when you're young and you set things up so when you get old and can't work, everything's good to go. With a lot of people, they have we call dead-end jobs. It's a job that keeps on check after check after check. You're not saving anything. You're not having no side hustle where you put money to the side, nothing. Right. Then you reach 60, and then you get fired. Then what? So now you're a 60-year-old person, sitting up here with no job. All the years you got your employment gone. You might get a $20,000, $30,000 severance pay. Now you're on your own. What happens next? See, it happens to you at 24. You like, I didn't want to be there in the first place.
Sure.
Happens to you at 60 or your 50s, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of understanding what it is that you're doing. And one of the things I think we talked about a little early before we got up here, we were talking about why people do things they do. And I said, I don't know. I can't talk for everyone else. I only can say for me, like, what terrifies me, what keeps me up at night, which is one of the chapters in the book, is what keeps me up at night is the fear that I don't have, first of all, I don't have an unlimited time to get it done, right? Opportunity, some people say opportunity comes but one time. The opportunity knocks once, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. The only thing I know is that I haven't spoke to anyone that, were gone for about 3-4 weeks, came back and said, yo, B, it's good. It's good if you die, man. It's a good place to be. Roses.
Right.
We make fun of it. So I assume that I only have one life. And when I examine my life and I look at everything around me, I said, wow, as beautiful as life is. I always ask people, when is the last time you literally went outside and looked at the moon, looked at the stars? When's the last time you went and see the sunset, sunrise? Like, when is the last time you did some of these things that observe nature in the simplest forms?
Yeah.
The reason for that is because we live in a beautiful world. We live in a beautiful place. So out of all the great things that, whatever your belief is, your God or higher power, whatever it is that created this, do you think it created or God created this for us to work 12 hours a day, to lay in the bed, to eat junk food, get fat, out of shape? Do you believe that is what he? I don't think so. I think he made it for us to enjoy.
Absolutely.
So we have to figure out along that journey, what is it that I need to do to align myself with that? We've all made mistakes. We get it.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying? No one's without fault. Some people probably would talk very bad about me. There's some people I've talked very bad about too. But it's just knowing my truth. Like, I haven't always been who I am today.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the biggest things I think we have to battle with, Ashley, is that, this is the funny thing, because you're young, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
So understand this. When you hit 34, you don't want no one to blame you or be responsible for what the 24-year-old actually did.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of people, battle with so much, is that who I am today has to pay for what I did 20 years ago. Right? Yeah. So you got somebody 60 years old, they made a bunch of bad decisions in their 30s. Now it's 20 years later, they're 50-something years old, and they're like, yo, why is my credit still jacked up? Because what you did 20 years ago. So that's something that people have to realize, that who you are today, who you were 20 or 30 years ago, still has to pay for, and that's a hard hump to get over. So be mindful, young lady, what you do in your early. And I wish someone had sat down and told me those things. I think I would have made a lot better decisions. I would have, right? And that's in all aspects of my life. So, man, awesome. So what's the last thing you want to leave out? What do you want to share with the people? the connection. I don't even say share. What do you want to connect with the people with?
Piggybacking off what you were just saying, you have the power to change your life at every moment. The person you are tomorrow begins with who you are today and what you do today. Doesn't matter what happened necessarily 20 years ago, 15 years ago. It's how you respond and how you change to it. It's never too late or too early to begin to be who you want to be.
Woo! Oh, straight fire. She went and remixed it, and she shortened it up and said, yeah, take that. That's what she told me, y'all. Hey, check this out real quick. Let us know. First of all, let the people know, for those that just may be joining in, let the people know who you are, how you can be reached.
Yes.
All right?
My name is Ashley A.T., poet of the Ash Tree, here to spread love, peace, and light. You can find me on Instagram @_of_the_Ash_tree. I'm on Facebook too, Ashley A.T. My website is www.ashley-at.com.
All right. Where can they get your book from?
My book is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It's available on my website as well. It is called The Lotus Love Suite, and I hope to be doing some more events soon to get that out there. And
So what?
I will be doing more events.
Oh, okay.
To get that out there.
Okay.
You caught me. I appreciate it.
So, also, too, maybe I wrote it down, September 18, 2019.
Yes.
I already know you're going to want to share this with other people. So, this is going to hold you accountable. Don't take it as me trying to be a prick to you or anything.
No.
But I'm just, because I know that everyone makes every excuse not to do something. Yeah. Make an excuse why you need to do it. Make an excuse for that. Don't make an excuse why you don't need to. Make an excuse, this is why I need to do it. So, September what? 18, 2000 what?
19.
You heard it from her.
Yes.
She gonna have the what out? What's the name of the book?
Where Love Resides.
I didn't hear you.
Where Love Resides.
When will it be?
September 18th, 2019.
All right, and guess what? So part of it, I will help you put that together. I'm not gonna just have you. I'm not gonna just throw you to the wolves.
Right.
So we're definitely gonna make sure you get that. Hey guys, first and foremost, thank you for joining in to the Start Thinking Forward show, where we make dreams a reality. Thank you. So please continue to share this message of hope and inspiration to those that may be lacking in inspiration right now, those that may be lacking in hope. This is a show not about me. It's not about any guests. It's not about anything other than the betterment of mankind, betterment of people, uplifting of people, to be an inspiration, to learn how to share a story that can change someone's life. If you are interested in learning how to share your story, you can be like Ashley here that came to one of my workshops, which was, and I'm not saying just because I did it, it's phenomenal. Ashley, you tell them.
Yeah, absolutely. The inspiration and motivation that I came out of there, because like you were saying in the workshop, there's tons of free information you can get off the internet. But to really, truly be inspired to know how to pursue your dreams, that's priceless.
And that's what it's about, because before we even got up here, my conversation with Ashley was like, yo, I've told like some of the stuff that I've been through. And let me tell you something, hellacious. Okay, hellacious. I went through a lot of pain, trials, and tribulations to be where I'm at. And still, it's an ongoing process. There's no such thing as you've made it and all your problems and situations go away. We're all human beings. We're all going through a situation, and it's okay to feel pain. It's just not okay to give up. That's the problem that I have. So if you feel like it's time to give up, please reach out to someone. You can reach out to me. You can reach me at Brandon@selfpublishedcentral.com. It's never too late. All right, it's never too difficult, an issue or a problem. And, you know, I'm not no master therapist by any means or measures, but understand that we are here to help. Share this message with as many people as possible. Any last words before we cut out? Miss Ashley A.T. of the Ash Tree. Oh!
Thank you for having me. It truly was an honor and a pleasure to be able to speak on this platform. I really appreciate all that you're doing for everybody and for me as well. So.
Man, we appreciate you coming out. Got me some 3 shirts I can rock in the office. I'm going to be rocking them too. And I'm going to be like telling everybody, let me tell you something. That's one of the things I do. I believe in helping and uplifting people. So I want to help you get your shirt sales up. I want you to, if I got an event, just know I'm saying and hold myself accountable because people want to hear me. I'm saying, Ashley, you can come to every show, every event that I do and put your stuff for free. I want you to broadcast because guess what?
Yes.
I want you to make it.
Yeah.
I want you to make it. All right? I'm not saying that just because that's the right thing to say. A lot of people just are like, yes, that's the right thing to say.
Right, like you better.
I'm saying it because that's how I feel. It's like, it's one thing. Everyone talks a good game. Everybody talks about being, unity and inspiration, but being about it. Being about it is like, yo, I got a platform. I want to help you, and I want to put you on. So I have an event, workshop, any event, TEDx talk. Oh, yeah, they coming this year, y'all. We're going to be doing TEDx talk. And then eventually we'll get a TEDx talk, for those who don't know what that means. The TEDx talk meaning like, you all right, you good. But when you get to TED talk, that's when you sophisticated.
Right.
So I'm trying to get in there, y'all. So, we've been moving and shaking, but at the end of the day, this is about helping each other. And I think, Ashley, I touched the shirt again, so I think you might need to help me. I think I tried something. But yeah, at the end of the day, I want you to come out. I want you to bring your books. I want you to bring your shirts. I want you to do it. It does not, I don't get it. Like, it's so much energy out there. I don't know why people get so obsessed with, somebody's going to steal what I got going on or do something or take the light off of me.
Yeah.
If you're afraid someone's going to steal your idea or you're afraid someone's going to do something, that means you don't got enough ideas.
I want to say it's not yours to begin with.
It's not yours. Like, get over yourself. I think the true equalizer, the true equation to success is getting over yourself and getting out here and trying to help as many people reach a higher level. Ashley, I want you to do better than me. You know why? Maybe it's for selfish reason. Maybe I do have a motive behind it. If you get better than me, guess what? I can say, Ashley, remember I helped you out.
Right.
What's up? Because that's how I look at it. Because I'm like, whatever I try to pour into you and help you get to the next level, if you get to the next level, you may remember me and say, you know what, I remember he took the time to help me. But if I'm sitting up there trying to hide information from you, the information is out there, right? But at the end of the day, can we come together? Can we collaborate? Can we build a team? Everything around you is a freaking team effort. And through a team effort, we can make the dream.
Yes.
We can make the dream happen. Okay, here. Anyway, hey guys, this is Brandon L. Draper, better known as the Motivational King with
Ashley A.T.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Start Thinking Forward Show and supporting our message of hope and inspiration. We hope this message has truly served and impacted your life in a positive way. In a world full of distractions, disappointments, and a multitude of pains, we must reflect on the fact of what we have, then on the notion of what we don't. So my challenge to you is simple. You may be having that age-old question pondering in your head at this current moment. How can I help? Well, here's your opportunity to make a difference in this world one person at a time by joining forces with the Motivational King. When you share this unique message throughout various social media platforms, you could be potentially saving a life, encouraging a business owner to give it another push, or simply allowing a child to believe they can achieve anything with the correct mindset and the desire to win. Friends, family, and associates all need to hear this message of hope. So be a flare and share because you truly care. Don't be antisocial. Follow us on Facebook at The Real Motivational King or visit our website at www.brandonldraper.com. Thank you.